Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday morning, July 10th. Third of the way through the trading month, we are looking at the last 5 days of the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. As once again, the important thing for today is this 5-day balance. Right? We came out of it. We stretched the 4-day balance to the downside yesterday. Only have sellers absolutely rejected in a V-shaped recovery before we sold off in M period. Right now, though, we're trading just off the lows of the pre-market session. Pre-market volume not heavy at all, but it looks like the bears are trying to get their game in order again to force this down. Remember the 315.70 level, last week's high, top of the 3-week balance inside the 6-week balance. We've gotten above it 4 days in a row. Only one day we closed above it on the 6th. The last 3 days they failed above it. Little nuance that we really need to keep an eye on as we go forward today. So let's go over destinations and a game plan for this morning. So for the upside, right now we had the afternoon rally high. Remember, I used those two things yesterday, not textbook, but something to lean on. That's L's high of 315.54. Then the 3 daily highs that are very close to each other, 317.10, 317.52, and 317.68, filling the gap at 318.22. You would think at some point they'd be able to take these three out, but so far this morning, there's no indication of that just yet. For the downside, right now we're below it, but we're still going to put it in there. That's J's low of 313.18, which was an afternoon pullback low. Then the important numbers start coming. 310.68. We stretched the bottom of the balance. Well, if we take it out today, again, we're either going to stretch it or we're going to start going down on the daily, possibly. Below that, we have some visual levels that they just missed yesterday. 310.45, which was 11 wide from the first. Afternoon pullback low of 310.03 from the first, then 309.07, which is a daily low. Price probe of 307.92 from the 30th. So that price probe was firmly accepted and we've never come close to it again. And then below that, we had single prints from that day, let's not forget. A very small set, but they're there. 307.59 get filled at 53. M's low to F's high. And then below that, we have a 305.69 afternoon pullback low from the 30th. And remember, the lowest accepted price of 304.73 from June 30th. Remember, we had two lowest accepted prices in a row when we broke out of this balance. Well, now they're all in danger of being revisited if the bears, and this is a big if because they've been so inept, if they're able to take out yesterday's low, get acceleration and elongation, and possibly have a trend day down, that holds. So game plan for this morning. Well, just about an hour to go prior to the opening. We're trading in balance at the lower end, right now below value. So remember, traders are going to do its work till it doesn't work anymore. Well, this is the bottom of the balance. So if we are to trade down there, there's a couple of things you can do. Yeah, you can take a call play, but I would certainly be out. If not at yesterday's low, if we do not get something to hold, right? Yesterday's low is 310.68. We have 310.45 and 310.30 afternoon pullback. So all within 30-40 cents. We have three levels for buyers to possibly lean on, right? So if you take along above here, yesterday's low, I am certainly out if that afternoon pullback low from the first is traded through and accepted below. Okay, because then below there we start getting into some pretty big price voids that I just gave you. So if you want to use that as a call play to lean against, you can do that. As far as a sell, a couple of things. Right? M period. We know how important M period is from the previous day. Well, right now we're below it. If we are, in the next hour, to get back to around it and fail below it around the opening, you could take a put play. And then my destination would be looking for yesterday's low. any acceptance into M period, and we know the history it has of the odds increasing dramatically of trading that entire range. So keep that in mind. The other put play would be if we open, take out yesterday's low and those two other reference points I told you about and get accepted below them, especially if we start one-time framing down. One other call play, we stay in balance. We do finally get into M period, and especially say in B period, we one-time frame up into it. Then I would probably get long because you're going to trade the range of M period. Again, up to the date, the second they happen, updates in the camelbacktrading.org voice channel room, telling you what we're looking for right before the open and throughout the entire trading day. Okay. And one other thing, our pre-market high right now is 315.49. Pre-market low is 311.39. Now, let's go to the charts. We'll just do the weekly and the daily for this morning. We'll recap everything tonight. So again, it's pretty simple for me. We're in balance in the weekly, right? The bigger picture is it's going to be a 7-week balance. That's huge, and it's a huge balance. So to narrow it down, if we stay inside the previous 3 weeks balances, well, then we'll encompass this week and make it a 4-week balance, right? So they stretched the 3-week balance to 317.68. That's why last week's high of 315.70 is so important to me, because if they do not get out of that and get accepted above it, eventually you're going to roll over and trade to the bottom of this balance. Plain and simple. That's incredibly important for the bulls to hold. And then on the daily, same thing. 5-day balance. We're going to encompass, right? The top of that is 317.68, which I just mentioned. The bottom of it is yesterday's low of 310.68. So if you come out of this 5-day balance to the downside and get accepted, well, here's where you're going to start going. 309.07, 303.82 after that, eventually. So the bulls hold on these levels are tedious at best. The bears have shown zero ability to push lower, but they keep getting it handed to them on a silver platter. We'll see what happens. Have a great day trading. Good luck, and we'll recap the day and the week at 4 p.m.